Happy holidays, folks. Back with another Christmas music reaction, and we're going to listen to another one from the Orchestra Manhattan CD that is in my collection, I think inherited from my parents, with the Orchestra Manhattan arranged and conducted by Byron Olson. Hello, Luca. And we're going to listen to their version of White Christmas, which I recently discovered is from originally the movie Holiday Inn, which is, of course, a Bing Crosby movie, and later he would be in a movie called White Christmas, but again, it originally comes from Holiday Inn. And yes, this is a Christmas tune I've heard many times over the years, though I don't think ever in strictly orchestral form. Maybe I'm wrong, perhaps I've heard an instrumental version before, but yes, I don't recall hearing many versions that are not featuring a particular singer, so I'm keen to hear this, and I'm guessing it will indeed be instrumental and symphonic, or indeed orchestral, so yeah, let's give it a listen. This is Orchestra Manhattan's version of White Christmas from their album. Does it have like a name? It says Digital Christmas, a CD musical collection. So yes, I guess this is from a CD called Digital Christmas, a CD musical collection. And as I said, the orchestra is arranged and conducted by Byron Olson, and this is their version of White Christmas. Of the three we've listened to from this album so far, I think that was my favorite. So yeah, it's a really nice blending. The first, I don't know, minute and a half or 2 minutes was sort of in that traditional mid 20th century style. It could have been the backing for a version by Nat King Cole or Johnny Mathis or Andy Williams. And then suddenly it got very jazzy, and I think that was a saxophone, right? Like sometimes if a sax is played more subtly, it's like, wait, is it a clarinet? I wasn't sure, but I think that was a sax. But basically, suddenly it took a very like nighttime jazzy turn, and then in the second half, it kind of went back to being a bit more, let's say, traditional and orchestral, and then again at the end, it switched into a jazzy nighttime sound right before it ended. So I like the way it blended a more like classic arrangement of the music of this Christmas song, and then also had a jazzy side to it too, and it seemed to sort of alternate back and forth. So yeah, that was really cool. I like the way it was arranged. I like the jazzy touch. Like I love those, classic so and so and his orchestra versions of Christmas songs, and that was here. But maybe my favorite parts of this one are when it turned jazzy. So yeah, I especially enjoyed that. And again, the saxophone, it had this sort of mellow, subtle sound to it. It wasn't, wailing and swanky. It was just more smooth and calm. So yeah, a really cool version of White Christmas. As I said, I think we've done 3 tracks from this. There's like 16, 17, 18, I think it is. So when we come back next holiday season, we'll have plenty to choose from, and I look forward to more holiday reactions. Again, for those who haven't seen me comment on this in previous reactions, I'm going to keep doing holiday reactions in small bunches for the next 3 or 4 days up till maybe January 2nd or 3rd. We'll do our final batch, then I'll be fully back into the regular swing of deep dives and so on. And then again, maybe mid-November of 2026, we'll be back for the next holiday season of reactions. So let me know what you think of this particular performance, and I'll see if I can subtly move Luca over to her chair without her protesting too much. And I will see you next time. Peace.